made a wrong turn and ended up on Mars. Red planet. Yeah, this is Mars. Well, good morning. It is August 8th, Sunday, 19th day on trail. Got to that lake last night, and it wasn't crowded at all. There was one big group, and I don't know, it looked like 3 adult couples. They weren't making a lot of noise. And so anyways, I walked up the hill, and I found there was a ton of tent sites up there, but it was real windy, but I figured it would die down. Anyway, about 30 minutes later, a female came hiking in, and I kind of waved at her. She came up where I was, and we talked. Her trail name is Mishap. Small world, she was trying to finish her 2019 hike. She she was one of the dolphins that couldn't get through the Sierras and had to come up to Hart's Pass, and she finished in Chester. So she had to pass me somewhere, probably when I was in the hospital with kidney stones. But she had to come back and do the Sierras to Chester. But Chester has now been evacuated. I was texting with Shirley last night, and she told me it's been real windy the last few days and changed the direction of the winds. So the Dixie fire, she said, has exploded. I mean, it was already huge. And so who knows? I mean, she said Redding was socked in with smoke. But anyways, I hiked out. I left about 8:30. I've already hiked, I don't know, maybe 3 miles. It is windy as heck today. I mean, I was on top, 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I was freezing. And it actually, when I started, it was more smoky than yesterday. But I think this wind I think it's from the southwest, and it's bringing the southern smoke across. But I think I see blue tint in the sky. Dan had told me, the guy that gave me the ride from Tahoe, that it might clear up some today, and I think it is. So anyway, I have no idea what I'm going to do today, as usual. I feel pretty good. I still didn't sleep good last night. Probably only slept 3 hours, and it was a perfect little camp spot, but I don't know. Something's bothering me. Don't want to talk about it. But anyway, what else? Oh, back to Mishap, her trail name. She's from Chicago. She did the AT in 2017. She's done the long trail. And when she's going to finish up the Truckee because she can't really go any farther because of the fire. And she's going to do the CDT next year. So she'll be a triple crowner. Really cool girl. She's, I think, 28, she said. So we talked quite a bit. She actually had some Fireball and came back to my camp later. We had a little drink together. So anyway, Mishap, it was nice meeting you, and good luck finishing your hike. And I will talk with you guys later. One thing about California, scenery changes pretty fast. Be walking on Mars 1 minute and Little Yosemite the next. Well, there's my first aspen trees I've seen. There's 3 right there, small ones. Cool. Well, I thought I might see some wildlife in here, but nothing. Because I am the only hiker around. I mean, Mishap is the first PCT hiker I've seen in 2 weeks. Yesterday, I only saw one guy on trail. I didn't even mention him. He was a section hiker. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, Mishap told me she saw a cougar. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. I forgot to ask her if she got a picture of it. Put it on my video and claim it. Nah. It's about 11:30. I'm taking a little break at this creek that was supposed to have some pools in it, and it's bone dry. Older couple came by, and this is where they were telling me this is where the tamarack fire started. He said just a little ways up. He said a tree got hit by lightning, and it basically smoldered for days and days. It didn't catch on fire, and then some high winds came in and ignited it. And he said when the fire was first seen, it was about a half acre, and helicopters flew over, but they didn't do anything. And then weeks later, it burned 70,000 acres. California. Anyway, I've done 5 miles. There is a lake outlet I forgot coming up, so I'll be fine with water. Then I got to check, see what I'm going to do the rest of the day. Whew, I've dropped so much, it's hot. And then, of course, I'm sure I'm going to have to climb here in a little while. So, that's the news. Got some cranberries stuck in my teeth. I'm walking on the beach today. Look at this. It's like about an inch thick of crushed marble. Oh, I gotta go uphill. Well, it's about 2 o'clock. I think I'm pushing 8 miles. It's been in the sun a lot today. And actually, this is the first day I've sweat since I've left South Lake Tahoe. I was looking at gut hooks. Lord, I need to do about 14, 15 miles a day. And right at 11, there's some water and a tent site, just one. I gotta make a big climb, and then you kind of come down just a little. And then there's another big climb, and there's one water source there, but no tent sites. Then there's no tent sites for about 6, 7 miles. So, may have to stop at 11. I don't know. Oh, and I figured something out. Of course, I was wondering why I was so grumpy and draggy today. Well, hell, I hadn't slept in 2 days. So this morning, I have 2 kinds of drink mixes. One has caffeine electrolytes, and the other one has just electrolytes. I've been using the caffeine one for dinner. So that means I'm drinking probably cup and a half of coffee every night at 7 o'clock. No wonder I hadn't been sleeping. Delirious. Oh well. Unbelievable. Half mile back, saw my pictures. It's a desert now. We got running water. Woohoo! Well, we're entering another wilderness and another national forest. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce those. Well, it's 3:30. I don't know how miles I've been. Spent 30 minutes at that water source. I drank a gallon, filtered another gallon, kind of clean. Took my shoes off, clean the inside, socks. My feet were killing me because of all the sand and crap in there. But anyway, I'm sitting there and I hear somebody coming up, and I look. There were some bushes around the creek, and I couldn't see, and it was a backpack. And I said, I hadn't seen another hiker going this direction since I started. So he turns the corner, and he was a fireman. He had his hard hat on, and he was the coolest guy. His name was Bo. We talked for, good Lord, 15, 20 minutes. But he's actually not here. He's with a group, and I really didn't understand all of it, but he's not fighting the tamarack fire, but they come out to wilderness areas. And hang on, I'm gonna go here in the shade. And they set up camps for future fires in these areas, and so the firemen have these camps, and then they also do some fire prevention lines for the future. But he was telling me when I'm going to get to this point way up high, I don't know if it's today or not, he says you look back and you can actually see the tamarack fire. I mean, there's not much left, it's mainly out, but he says you can see it pretty much, all the smoke. And but anyway, he was a very cool guy. Learned a lot. But anyway, I am still hadn't decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to check at this next water source, which I think is a couple miles away. Then I'll make a decision. But anyway, I'm going to get to hiking and head south. I got to that point, I can see all this down there is burnt. Up on that ridge is burnt, and then all back in there is burnt. So that's the tamarack fire. First view I've had all day. Pretty cool. I just got to the top. I've been climbing ever since that water source, and I can see the trail is cutting across there, and hopefully it's going in them woods. There's supposed to be another water source and a tent site. Yeah, I can see why there's no tent site. You're just all exposed. So unfortunately, I'm probably going to call it whatever mileage that is. So here's the trail. Goes over here, up and then over, into those woods. That is not the campsite. I got to climb over there. It must be on the other side of there. Well, this is called over here Raymond Creek Canyon, and I didn't show y'all this one almost when I got to the top of the mountain. Man, I felt like I was on top of the world. There was just wide open on both sides, but it was so windy I didn't try to do anything. But anyway, there was a junction up there, and I think I mentioned this earlier. Raymond Lake was up there, 0.7 miles away though. Now I'm on the other side of that mountain, heading back toward where that lake might be. So anyway, what I'm thinking is somewhere in there is runoff from that lake is what the water is. All right, made it to camp, got water. I made it to 1597.1 Sobo mile. The trail is way up there, right there. The water was about 2/10 that way. This isn't the site the girl was talking about. I saw this as I was walking down, and it looked flat as a pancake, but of course it wasn't when I got down here. The other site from the water, way back in that corner, and I would have had to hike up that mountain. It was somewhere up there. I can see some flat spots over there, but it's basically the same thing, except I would have been more that's the trail I got to go tomorrow. But anyway, set up right here. I'm trying to hurry up because the sun's going to be going down over this mountain, so it'll get dark in here early. Feel pretty safe because there is no food for animals anywhere in here because it's all sand mountains. And actually this was a sand mountain except this little wooded area. And did see some deer tracks up there, but I don't think any bear around here. So anyway, I'm gonna hurry up and finish setting up, and maybe I'll catch something. I don't know. I won't get a sunset over here, but maybe a glow over there.